for a while. Your thoughts on that matchup and how she looked and how big could that fight be between them?
Yeah, I think that's a great fight to happen. I think she's called for it, the fans called for it. You can see it across Twitter where you say, like, one of the dream fights they want to see is White House, myself, and Dakota. And that's a huge bucket list item to do, like, fighting from the president in the White House. Like, who would want to do that? And I think that Dakota and I both have the skills to make fighting great, to showcase everything they want to see and make up
on this round, in my opinion. Oh, big one. And Liz Carmouche pounds out a World Tournament victory. What a great performance there by Liz. Oh, and this, she checked the box. That's another bucket list. She wanted the knockout and hip. Big. Oh, wow. Nice. And a good follow-up as well.
Liz Carmouche sent a crystal clear warning to Dakota Decea after dominating Gina Bishop to win the 2025 PFL Women's Flyweight Tournament, proving at 41 years old that she's showing no signs of slowing down and is now aiming for the biggest fight in women's MMA. At PFL World Tournament 9 in Charlotte, Carmouche stepped into the cage with one mission: to make a statement, and she delivered in emphatic fashion, showing that while the fight wasn't easy, her experience, power, and determination still make her one of the most dangerous forces in the division, setting the stage for a potential super fight that could be massive.
Sakalova's staying calm, but that was locked in tight. There's the lock. It's locked in.
Bishop had Carmouche in serious trouble during the second round with some dangerous submission attempts, but true champions always find a way. In the third, Carmouche turned the tide by landing a brutal counter left hook that dropped Bishop hard before finishing the fight with relentless ground strikes to secure a TKO at 2:56 of the round.
Yeah, I think as usual, I didn't quite stick to the game plan. I think had I stick to the game plan, that would have opened up more in like the first or the second round, which is collecting that volume, because when I was landing clean, so I could just stick with it there.
That belt looks really good on you to go with a great.
In her post-fight interview, Carmouche expressed her desire for a super fight at 135 pounds, saying she would love to see that division introduced and even headline such an event, adding that once Dakota is healthy, she wants a chance to face her. With this victory, Carmouche not only secured the tournament title and a $500,000 prize, but also extended her remarkable run to 12-1 since leaving the UFC in 2020. Proving she is operating on an entirely different level right now.
In the fights that I need to heal from, it's really just the weight cuts that are pretty brutal on my body. Because 125, like my lean mass, I want to say is 123. So there's not a lot of wiggle room there to get down to the most sense. But if I could do some type of like champion on champion, where I have a full 3-month camp or 4-month camp to get ready for it, and then have a chance to heal after before I fight again, a few months, that would make a lot more sense than doing those back-to-back brutal.
Now, things get really interesting, as Carmouche revealed in our exclusive interview the brutal reality of cutting to 125 pounds and why she's strongly pushing for a women's bantamweight division at 135. She explained that her lean mass is around 123 pounds, leaving almost no wiggle room to safely make flyweight, and added that 135 makes far more sense, since she isn't taking much damage in her fights that requires long recovery. Instead, it's the harsh weight cuts that put a serious toll on her body.
She's the best girl that's out there out of any other division, so outside of any other division. So I don't know. Me and PFL, I'm sure, will come out with something amazing again.
Tell me about this fight. What was the game plan coming in, and was there anything that surprised you? Were you surprised she took the shots that she did? Was it easier than you expected? Did you expect more effort trying to defend the takedown? Talk me through what you're thinking.
Yeah, I mean, she's a tough girl, but I knew what I was capable of. I worked so hard. My team knew what I was capable of. Right from the beginning of this season, if I'd got her in the first round, I would have done the same thing. And they've been talking, she's been saying, she's just a Barbie, she should be a model. Well, a model just beat your ass in round 2. So
Carmouche revealed that after 2 PFL tournaments, her body hits a wall by the third fight, not due to lack of discipline. She's back in the gym at 6 a.m. instead of partying, but because extreme weight cuts are destroying her, to the point where her body literally rebels against cutting any further, showing how brutal and damaging the process is for elite athletes. Her dedication remains unquestionable, and the creation of a 135-pound division by PFL could be a groundbreaking move not just for her, but for the entire landscape of women's MMA.
She's shown that she's at the top for a reason. And to me, that's the type of competitor I want to face, is somebody that's going to be complex, it's going to be super talented, and challenge me and force me to show my best.
So let's address the elephant in the room. Dakota Decea, the 2024 PFL Tournament champion, who stormed through the competition with dominant performances, including a devastating finish of Tyler Santos in the final. What makes Carmouche's call-out so compelling is a clear mutual respect between the two fighters, as Carmouche openly praised Decea's skills, acknowledging that she has proven herself to be at the top for a reason, and stating that she wants to face competitors who are complex, supremely talented, and capable of pushing her to show the absolute best version of herself.
What I want is to have an opponent that has to rush back because there's demands on it. I want to face the best version of her.
Here's where Carmouche shows her veteran savvy. She's fully aware that Decea recently underwent hand surgery and made it clear she doesn't want to face a compromised opponent, stressing that the last thing she'd want is for someone to rush back due to public demand, because what she truly wants is to face the best, healthiest version of Decea.
So I think that, people anticipate, I just want to take it to the ground, but I like challenging myself against whatever somebody's strong suit is. Like, you want to go to the ground? Like, I said, push it to the ground. Like, it's fine. We'll go to the ground. That's your best accolade. Let's try there. Okay, you're a striker. Like, I'll try striking.
This is true championship mentality, as Carmouche wants Decea at 100% because she knows that's the only way the fight will have the impact it deserves. And stylistically, it's a fascinating matchup since Decea is primarily known as a devastating striker with elite Muay Thai and kickboxing skills that have finished multiple opponents. Yet Carmouche isn't afraid to meet her in her strongest area, explaining that she loves challenging herself against whatever a fighter's strength may be. If it's the ground game, she'll go there like she did with Bishop. And if it's striking, she'll gladly test herself in the stand-up as well.
Dakota in the parlay also, we threw a little sprinkle on by TKO or KO. I will tell you, the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what makes Carmouche so dangerous. She's not trying to avoid Decea's strengths, but instead wants to beat her where she's best, a mindset that comes from competing at the highest level for over a decade. On top of that, Carmouche showcased noticeably improved striking throughout her tournament run, proving she's no longer the same fighter who first entered the UFC more than 10 years ago, as she continues to evolve and refine her game even at the age of 41. The grappling advantage clearly belongs to Carmouche, but as she noted, Decea proved against Bishop that she's no slouch on the ground either, meaning this clash wouldn't be a one-dimensional affair. To put it in perspective, Carmouche's resume is stacked. She was the first woman to ever step into the UFC octagon, challenged for titles twice there, captured and defended the Bellator Flyweight Championship, and now holds a PFL tournament crown. At 41, when most fighters are long retired, she's still breaking records and even calling for new divisions to be created, emphasizing that her goal is to help open more opportunities for women in the sport that never existed before.
She could start asserting some dominance on this round, in my opinion. Oh, Bishop and Liz Carmouche pounds down the wall.
Your thoughts on that matchup and how she looked and how big could that fight be?
Yeah, I think that's a great fight to happen. I think she's called for it, the fans called for it. You can see across Twitter when saying, like, one of the dream fights we want to see is White House, myself, and Dakota. And that's a huge bucket list I'm going to do, like, fight in front of the president in the White House. Like, who would want to do that? And I think that Dakota and I want to have the skills and excitement to bring it, to showcase everything.
From a business perspective, this fight makes perfect sense for PFL, as Dakota was running out of credible opponents, and now has a fresh challenger in Carmouche, who brings a huge name, an incredible story, and the chance of promotion potentially launch a new weight class with two of its biggest stars headlining. The timing is ideal with both women having just completed tournament runs and Diva needing recovery time from hand surgery, setting the stage for a blockbuster showdown. Liz Carmouche has officially thrown down the gauntlet, and now it's on PFL to make the super fight happen. Whether at 125, 135, or somewhere in between, this matchup could easily steal the spotlight in 2025. So the question remains, does Carmouche's experience and well-rounded game give her the tools to overcome Diva's striking power? Or will the young champion continue her dominant run? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss our latest MMA updates. Until next time, keep training hard and stay tuned for more.
Names in the tournament that you actually do want to be drawn against at the moment.
Yeah, of course, I think Dakota is a big name they're looking to get drawn against. She, having been the UK champion, I'm definitely excited to face her, and I think she's a name that's starting to rise up through the ranks that people are knowing. So ultimately, facing her at some point, ideally in the finals, would really be exciting.
You used to having obviously a target on your back, obviously being the number one flyweight in Bellator for so long. Now obviously we get a larger roster with a lot of hungry fighters in the PFL roster now. What changes for you, and is there any more pressure now that these new younger and other blood in the division?
No, I don't really feel like there's more pressure. I kind of put that pressure on myself when I went into Bellator on wanting to make a new chapter of my career and make sure that I set out with getting finishes and not going to decisions anymore. In my seven
Let's
fights
start with
to
what went down in Charlotte. At 41 years old, Liz Carmouche proved that experience and veteran savvy can still prevail over youth and raw talent, as the fight began competitively with Bishop, a skilled Brazilian jiu-jitsu specialist. Holding her own in the early rounds, while round one remained close with both women exchanging strikes and carefully testing each other's range.
Oh. I got an elbow to the back of the neck on the ring. Yep. Yeah, baby.
Once again, Carmouche refused a break, escaping Bishop's submission attempts and even threatening with a triangle of her own, showcasing the true heart of a champion. But the real fireworks came after the fight, when in her post-fight interview she wasted no time calling out the biggest name in women's flyweight, Dakota Decea, declaring that she would love to do a super fight at 135 pounds, help bring that division into PFL, and even headline the event, making it clear that once Dakota is healthy, she wants a chance to face her.
Super fight at 135, get that women's division in here, headline. I think that'd be amazing. I think when Dakota's healthy, I would love a chance to be able to fight Dakota.
Now here's what makes this so significant. Dakota Decea, the 2024 PFL Europe champion, has been tearing through opponents with dominant performances, remaining undefeated, young, and hungry while boldly calling herself the future of women's MMA. Yet Carmouche isn't intimidated. In our exclusive interviews before the tournament, she made it clear that she sees it as an exciting matchup and believes it would be a great fight no matter where it goes.
When she speaks about it, not in this tournament, but dominated last year, that's Dakota Decea. What do you think about her, and what do you think would happen if you two were able to get in the smart cage together?
I think it would be a really exciting matchup. For one, I think we were all impressed about what she was able to achieve last year. And at that point, we really didn't know what she was capable of on the ground. And now we've seen she's not a slouch. Somebody that's known for finishing people on the ground could not put her away on the ground. That says something. And to me, that's also really exciting because that means that, okay, well, cool, great, she's striking. So if I can get her in any other area, I'm going to dominate her. Mm-hmm. No, now I know that, like, it's a good matchup anywhere it goes, or it makes it exciting for fans. And exciting for me. I don't want to just be like, oh, cool, well, whoops, she tried to take me down. I got on top. This isn't where I want to finish it standing. No, it would actually be an exciting one, getting there, and it doesn't matter.
Once again, Carmouche refused a break, escaping Bishop's submission attempts and even threatening with a triangle of her own, showcasing the true heart of a champion. But the real fireworks came after the fight, when in her post-fight interview she wasted no time calling out the biggest name in women's flyweight, Dakota Decea, declaring that she would love to do a super fight at 135 pounds, help bring that division into PFL, and even headline the event, making it clear that once Dakota is healthy, she wants a chance to face her.